Good day to everyone. I have another important announcement to make after a few days of giving you the announcement. The Diocese of San Bernardino announces new restrictions in response to state order public masses will be held outdoors only. Churches are again closed. Bishop Gerald Barnes announced July 13 the immediate suspension in public indoor masses in the Diocese of San Bernardino, along with a series of other directives in response to California Governor Gavin Newsom's order further restricting indoor public gatherings, including church services. On July 15, the diocese provided guidelines for celebrating public masses outdoors on parish property. As with recent indoor mass guidelines, no more than 100 people may attend an outdoor mass. They must wear a mask and maintain 6-foot social distancing. Governor Newsom's order applies to 30 California counties that are experiencing a spike in COVID 19 cases, including San Bernardino and Riverside counties. The new directives are to be in place until further notice. The data is clear that community spread of infection is of increasing concern across the state and continues to grow in those counties on the county monitoring list. Reading the order from the California Department of Public Health, which states that the number of hospitalized patients with COVID 19 has increased between 50 to 100% in all regions in California, with a state average increase of 77% since June 12. This week's announcement marks the second time Bishop Barnes has closed churches to the public since the COVID 19 outbreak. Masses had resumed in parishes June 14 with a maximum number of 100 participants. The sacrament of confession, baptism, First Communion, and matrimony, along with Catholic burial rites, had also resumed. Under Bishop Barnes' new directive, these sacramental activities can only occur outdoors. Parish offices are to be closed to the public, and the Diocesan Pastoral Center will again operate with a small crew of essential workers, only while remaining close to the public. I know this feels very discouraging for many of the faithful, and I share in that pain, said Bishop Barnes, of again having to close churches in the diocese. Please be assured of my prayers and my solidarity with the people at this moment. Let us continue to turn to God to console us in this time of uncertainty and testing. He is always with us, and our faith in Him will guide us through this pandemic. So, what does this mean to us at St. James the Less Church? Of course, it means we follow the directives. And I'm thankful that in our parish we are always ready for whatever changes that may occur. We have an amazing COVID 20 team and remarkable volunteers who have this virtue of fortitude, not afraid. Now, the order is all the sacramental activities should be done outside the church, but of course within the vicinity of the church property. We already have prepared a portion of the parking area. Our team and volunteers prepare the place for all of you with 6 foot distance, of course, and we follow the same procedure that we applied during our indoor activities, meaning to say that we have to register first online in order for you to attend the Mass, because we need to control the number of participants, only 100, including volunteers. Now, I would like to inform you that we reduced the number of masses since we will be doing this outside under the scorching sun. So, instead of having our normal regular schedule of 8 masses, including Saturday vigil masses, we reduced that to 5. We have mass, vigil masses on Saturday at 5 p.m., that is the English Mass, and at 7 in the evening, the Spanish Mass. We continue on that schedule. However, on Sunday, we only have the 7:30 in the morning English Mass, and we take a break, and the next Mass will be 5:30 in the afternoon for the bilingual, and we add up 7 o'clock in the evening on Sunday for the Spanish Mass. So meaning to say we will cancel the 9:30 Mass, 11:30 Mass, 1:30 Mass, and 3:30 Mass. Why we are doing this? Since we are fighting against COVID, we also remember that we are putting our people in danger under the heat of the sun. That's might cause a heat stroke for our people. So for your convenience, we reduce the Mass during the time that the sun is not yet so hot. I would like to request that all the Mass participants should follow the directives that is being implemented by our volunteers, by our team. If possible, please bring water when you come to rehydrate yourself. If you have some kind of portable chairs, you can also bring that. Even though we prepared chairs for the participants, but if you want, you can bring your own chairs from home and you can bring back after the Mass. Funerals will be held outside the church. We continue our Tuesday Mass in the morning at 7 o'clock for the elderly, for those 65 years old and better. The same on Thursday at 5:30 for the Spanish Mass for the 65 years old and better. We have an additional activity every Friday at 7 o'clock in the evening until 9 o'clock. We will be exposing the Blessed Sacrament, of course, outside the church, for everyone to worship our Lord. Baptism will go on, but not this coming Saturday. We might reschedule that next week or some other time, but it will be done outside the church. Confession will go on our the same time, Saturday 9:30 to 11:30, but it will be done outside the church. Everything will be done outside the church. For the order is there should be no indoor activity. We are in this together, and I know that this will not last long. And hoping if everybody cooperates, we can go back to our normal life. What is important is we are in this together. Thank you for your cooperation and participation. We will schedule the children's first communion after we after I meet with the catechists, and also for the confession of the children, and that will be in another time for another announcement. So please bear with us. This thing that is happening in our world is unpredictable. That's why we need to be always ready. With my great gratitude to all those who volunteer, thank you.